Honorable Chief Justice of India, Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, Honorable Union Minister of Housing and Urban Affairs, Hardeep Singh Puri ji, Honorable Justice Sanjay Kishan Kaul, Honorable Judges of Supreme Court, His Excellency V.K. Saxena ji, Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, Sri Arvind Kejriwal ji, Honorable Chief Minister of Delhi, Honorable Chief Justice of Delhi High Court, S.C. Sharma ji, Honorable Judges of Delhi High Court, law officers, Mohit Mathur ji and his colleague, senior lawyers present here, the staff of Delhi High Court, and the other invitees present here. I am delighted to be part of this wonderful function and, of course, this beautiful S block building inauguration. This is really a very special block, and the facilities and the architecture, which we just went through briefly, I can definitely say that this is one of the most modern court buildings in our country. And I must thank the architect as well as the other technical team for making such a beautiful building. We all know everybody wants to work in a beautiful building. And whenever we go to any city, there are some very defining architecture or buildings. When we go to Supreme Court, of course, I have not been inside the Supreme Court room, but I have seen the Supreme Court building and the Chief Justice chamber. You feel nice. You feel proud that our Supreme Court building is beautiful. Whenever I go to states, I see the High Court buildings. Some of the High Court buildings in India are marvelous. Some of the High Court buildings I have seen only in pictures yet. I have yet to visit some of the High Courts, but I have seen. In a modern time, the concept of the good building has changed. So you have to create many more things and add to make the building beautiful and modern. So being in the national capital, we expect the buildings in Delhi to be good. And of course, I'm also very happy to see the lawyers' chambers. The lawyers' chambers are very important, along with the courtrooms, because the lawyer has to feel comfortable while discharging his duties. He should not be made to struggle to conduct his duties. So it is such a heartwarming, but I'm told that still Mohit Mathur is in the waiting list. I hope he gets his room. He's senior enough. I'm wondering why he's not in the senior list yet. But anyway, the numbers of lawyers are very high in Delhi High Court. Delhi itself, I think, has the highest numbers of lawyers, if you see in terms of ratio with the population. When I went to Tis Hazari Court last year, I think Justice Mridul, Justice Suresh Kait, and I think Justice I think Rekapalli ji, or maybe Justice, I forgot, some of the judges were there. I thought I was addressing a public rally. There's so many lawyers, thousands and thousands. So definitely, I can understand the constraint of this space. But with the support of everyone, with the state government and the central government, we can definitely meet up at least half of the expectations. Now, we all know that judicial infrastructure in our country is in a not very appreciable condition. If you see in the Supreme Court, Chief Justice told me that except the Chief Justice courtroom and maybe some of the senior judges, the other Supreme Court judges' courtrooms are small compared to even some of the high court courtrooms. We need to have the appropriate room for our judges. Now, we have a defined role. Central government cannot do much for the high court infrastructure. As per the roles defined, it is the state government who has to bear the expenditure for the hard infrastructure. But having said that, we will always be there as a team. And along with central government support, we are doing many things under the leadership of the Supreme Court in terms of digitizing the entire court process. Today, after coming back from my tour, I had a very detailed meeting about how the e-court project should take shape. And very soon, I'm going to sit with the Chief Justice and the whole team from the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology and the NIC team. Honorable Chief Justice is already aware of the thing because he's heading the E-Committee for a long time. I also have made a request to him that before he demits the chair of E-Committee, he should put everything in shape, because for a new person to understand the concept, it takes time. And recently, in the during the Constitution Day celebration, another day was devoted along with all the honorable judges of the Supreme Court and the Chief Justice as well as the E-Committee heads of the High Courts. So enough deliberation was made, because I clearly see that in the very near future, the Indian judiciary will go paperless. And the lawyers should be prepared for that. I have already conveyed to my law officers that very soon our law officers will have to go paperless. When we talk about judicial, which is totally digital, then it will have a huge impact on the justice delivery mechanism itself. And the process itself takes so much of time. I try to analyze where is the bottleneck. When we take the numbers, now it's inching towards 5 crore pendency. It's a matter of great concern. And I have to keep replying in the parliament and elsewhere. It's very difficult for me to really answer how to ensure that this figure of 5 crore, it's about to reach 5 crore. I'm at the present rate, maybe it will take another couple of months to reach the 5 crore figure, which doesn't sound nice. So the process which I've identified, if we can streamline, the entire platforms need to be put into single window system, and we need to synchronize the entire system. And in one click, everything can be settled. Today, for the want of some papers, some synchronization of certain materials, it takes so much of time than the delivery of justice itself. Today also I got a message that Madras High Court had created a record number of judgment in a single day. I think 2 benches did a wonderful job. This kind of reports really make me very happy, feel me excited. I feel that dependency in the high courts and the Supreme Court will come down. But the real challenge is in the lower court. And the infrastructure in the lower court is the real challenge for me. And that is the responsibility of the central government and state governments together. So we have enough of budgetary allocation made this year. Along with the lawyers' halls and the residential units, we have already added from this year the toilets, the digital computer rooms, lawyers' hall. These are very important. So with the new extension of the central sponsored schemes, which the cabinet had approved last year, we are going to see transformation in the judicial infrastructure standards in the lower courts. I have visited some of the courts in the country. I am very impressed. But some of the courts are very pathetic. I feel ashamed. Last month I was in Pahalgam in Kashmir. A beautiful court is under construction, well on time. So I appreciated the Chief Justice, the contractors, the officers there. Beautiful. I told the district judge that you are lucky that you will be sitting in this room, overviewing the beautiful river flowing there. pristine forest, and there is the beautiful courtroom. So we need to make the judiciary interesting. We need to make it more, people friendly. People should be able to come. There should be waiting rooms. There should be some benches. Court complex should be a place where one should feel at ease. These are certain things I really look at from the common man's angle, that we need to make Indian judiciary attractive, the buildings beautiful, and make all the facilities available for the honorable judges and the learned advocates. This is a combined effort we will take. And last Chief Justice and Chief Minister's conference, we had taken certain decision with regards to creation of judicial infrastructure. Yesterday, I received the letter from the Chief Justice of Allahabad High Court nominating one of the senior judges as the representative of the High Court who will deal with the Chief Minister and the state government to tackle the challenges of the judicial infrastructure. So I'm going to tell the Chief Minister also that kindly work together and create a committee as soon as possible. The E-committee, the building committee is already there. That same judge can head the committee also. In a similar manner, central government, the judiciary and state government, we are all together. Today, the Honorable Chief Minister also mentioned about his government's commitment. I'm happy Delhi, being the national capital of India, cannot afford to have second-class judicial infrastructure. I'm happy that we all are together, and I'm so happy to be part of this great function. We will remember for a long time to come that one of the most beautiful court buildings in the country has come up in Delhi. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you very much.